What is going on, guys? Today I am back with episode 14 now of my 76ers GM mode here on NBA 2K15, and I am sticking with that new format I had in the last episode. And like I said in the last episode, I did record this all in one thing in about, I was going to cut it down to 4 parts, but the audio file got corrupt, and I'm going to have to do a voiceover on this since I did do this in all live commentary. So I did this gameplay, and I'm just going to be talking over it throughout the about 10-minute episode. And you can see here, Nerlens Noel gets a unplayable injury, and actually this could be not, it's a terrible thing for Noel to get injury since he is our starting power forward. But since Mason Plumlee was really unhappy with his role, we'll be able to get him a starting role for the next 2 to 4 weeks, as Noel will be on the injury report. So that will be good for us. And then I think I did do 4 parts of this. So there's going to be one more. I think the next episode will be the trade deadline, and then there'll be a one after that, which will be the second half of the year. I think I get that all in one episode or all in one part, and then we have either the playoffs or the off season, whatever one we can make. And I think if I make the playoffs, which I'm not sure if I will, if we make it as an 8 seed, because if you see our record, I'll probably show it a couple times in this episode, it's not too good, so I don't expect us to make really that great of a seed. And going into playoffs, I think we're going to have to be going up against a 1 seed. Therefore, I don't think we'll be able to make it out of the first round, so I'll probably simulate till an elimination round. And maybe if we're down 3-0, I might not play the game just because it might not be worth it. But if it's like 2-2, 3-2, I will definitely play it. If it's 3-1, I'll definitely play it, or something like that, even if we're on the winning side somehow. But you can see here, we scored 145 points against the Wizards. Dante Exum had a double-double, played absolutely amazing in this game. Klay Thompson played great, and Noel is apparently back for some reason. I didn't think he was going to be back. I guess that's one of those 2K glitches when it says they're out for a long amount of time, but I guess they can play right away. I'm pretty sure it said unplayable. Maybe it didn't say unplayable, but I thought it did. But you can see here with all the player training and how tedious it is, how you have to adjust everyone's training. If it's too hard, you have to lower down the intensity, but if it's not enough, you have to up the intensity. And now Tony Roden says he's not getting enough minutes or playing time, and I just said I get a press conference saying how hard is it to manage the players' minutes, and I think I end up saying no comment, so I just get my coach trust up to a 76 with Steve Kerr, who I think we signed in the first all season maybe, or maybe no, I think it was the last one actually, because I think we had Brent Brown for the second season. But if we look at I guess we're not looking at the player stats. We're going to end up looking at the Kings just to see how Joel Embiid was doing. And Joel Embiid actually tore his MCL for the 3rd time in this series, because in Season 1 he tore his MCL, and in Season 2 he tore his MCL. So that is a recurring theme, and I'm kind of glad we traded him away just because how injury prone it is. And we are 13-15 at this point. I think we're about 9th or 10th in the conference. So we're going to have to win some games if we want to keep our playoff hopes alive, but it's still early in the year. And we get a trade offer here from the Magic. Millsap and Payton for Exum and Morotic. That is not that bad of a deal on paper, but since Millsap and Exum are the 2 main guys in this, and Millsap's 10 years older than Exum, and they're about the same overall, and we have Noel and Plumlee, Morotic, and Cousins, I really didn't think we needed another big man, so I ended up declining that trade. And then we're just looking at these prospects, or for the scouting, and I just scout the top 5 usually every time. And then our owner brings us to the office, and he wants us to keep DeMarcus Cousins' morale up, and I think I could do that. I'm going to give him a starting role, and I don't plan on trading him since he's a 92 overall, and he's our best player on this team. So I will say that, and he's having a disappointing year, to say the least, but I don't plan on trading him, and I think he'll turn it around in the second half. But we'll see here the player statistics. Klay Thompson averaging 19 points was our leading scorer, you saw there about a second ago. And then we just start simulating here, and I still think this team is really good on paper. The only thing we might have to do with the trade deadline is just work out our bench, because we're having a lot of problems with Plumlee, Morotic, and Roden not being happy with their roles. So we'll see how that can go into the trade deadline, which I think will be in the next episode, but if I'm mistaken, we might have one more part till then. We'll see how far we get into this part. But we're simulating pretty well. We're actually winning most of our games, and we're going to simcast this one against the Hawks, who I know without Millsap, and I think they're also without Al Horford. This team is not how they look like in real life here in Season 3 of this GM mode. But we did fall down 28-22 after the end of the first. We do end up scoring 2 more points than them in the second. Third, we go down by 4, and then we take the lead with seconds to go in the fourth, and we end up winning. And this was a game I was happy to see. DeMarcus Cousins, 20-13, played really well. And actually, they do have Al Horford, and they drafted Kevin Looney out of, I think Kevin Looney's from UCLA, but if I'm not mistaken, I think he's from there. But he's actually a pretty good small forward in this GM mode, as most first prospects are, or rookies were. Because usually every draft class in this, they have a really high progression rate. And I know Shaquille Okafor reaches like a 90 overall by like Season 3. And that's pretty insane. He could be that in real life. But I don't know if like guys like Kevin Looney or like Mario Henwasia, I think that's how you pronounce his last name. Or guys like Andrew Harrison, Aaron Harrison, Will Cauley-Stein will all be 90 overalls. Like relegated to real life, where they're going to be all-stars. I don't think all of them will, but you can see here we're still getting these things about DeMarcus Cousins, how he's not happy with his role with the team, but I'm still not going to trade him. And then we get Mason Plumlee. He is mad with his role, and I just say role change, but I don't plan on really changing his role. It's just to keep his morale up, and we get a thing that our teammate chemistry is high, and I usually just praise the coach just to get his trust up, and we improve Steve Kerr's trust to a 76. And just viewing some more prospects, just really scouting the top ones, and then just letting the scout do the rest. I might end up just simulating it for the rest of the year, because it's kind of annoying because they happen like a recurring theme. It's like once every 2 weeks or something like that. But we're here with the training stuff. It's still the same thing. It's too high, it's too low. I get the same thing from the trainer every week, and I just change it usually when he says it. But we get a trade offer here from the Heat, Napier and Solinger for Exum and Morotic. And this trade did interest me a lot, just because Solinger is a huge upgrade from Morotic, at least in this GM mode. And Napier does progress into a good player. He's a little bit older than Exum, and he was having a pretty good year as well. You can see he was averaging about 16 points, but I'm going to end up declining it just because Solinger's contract was huge, and Exum still has a lot more room to improve, and he's still a great overall at his age of 21. And we get a minor injury here for Jabari Bird, and I just have the coach handle that. And we're just simulating a couple games, just trying to stay above here in the conference, just trying to make the playoffs. And then Jabari Bird's healthy again, so we just asked the coach to handle that simulation, or handle the rotation. And I'll see where we can go with that. So we do here, Tony Roden has an unplayable injury, so that will give Jabari Bird more minutes here. And now we're simulating a couple games. We get up to the Lakers game. I'm not sure if we simcast this game. I don't think we do. But you can see here, they have somebody on their team that is like top in steals or top in blocks. So we have to apparently change the thing, but I just click on it and then just don't even adjust the minutes and then just go back. So the coach's trust goes up. But here we're simulating in a game against the Lakers. They do jump out to a 9-point lead after the first quarter, but we are improving here in the second. We take a 4-point lead after the second, but we're still losing. But now we take the lead going into the fourth quarter by a huge third quarter, 31-14, and this game is closed down to the wire. We end up winning by 3 points, 98-95, and this team was just all around great. I'm pretty sure we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people in double digits, and this team is just all around really good. And I think if next year we have a shot at making probably the 1 seed, to be honest. If the progression goes right, I think Stanley Johnson could get up to a 90. Klay Thompson could get up to a 90. Exum could get up to an 86. Cousins could get up to a 93. Noel can get up to an 86. And then going with the bench, Plumlee can get up to an 84. Morotic can get up to an 82. Jabari Bird can get up to like an 84, 85. So I think that's good. And then we're just looking at some of the award races. You can see Miles Turner is the front runner to win Rookie of the Year. Rajon Rondo is now in Golden State for some reason. I guess Stephen Curry wasn't enough at that point guard spot, and he's the front runner to win Sixth Man of the Year. But after I go over these award races, that will pretty much be the end of the video. You can see Defensive Player of the Year, Miles Turner, a rookie, number 5 for the Nets. and that is pretty impressive. Most improved Westbrook, who might take home MVP. But that is going to be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed another episode of the 76ers GM mode here on NBA 2K15. Here's the All-Star voting as well. If you guys want to pause that, you can see Dante Exum is making it at the bottom. But that will be it for me. Thank you all for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.